A God amongst gods. There was only a way for this to be promised. He knew not how to accomplish what the gods knew that he could. For how could a barn owl save the world that was before him? He knew not of the heavens, only the sky that laid out before him, and he knew not of the ground below. He had seen, yet not seen. He had flown, yet not high enough. His wisdom was there, yet not in the ways that the gods and goddesses had perceived the earth below. For they never had viewed it as below them, but as their equal, and how they had viewed everything in the past lifetimes, present, and future timelines. This was a result of their resilient, integral inner work. The understanding through the mistakes they had made, yet viewed as perfection before them. It was the strength of braving the misalignments of the universe, that of which was already perfect. This programming of darkness and not being perfect, yet knowing they already were. This paradox of a palace that seemed more of an outwardly projected form in matter, of a jail full of latent, pent-up emotions, inner turmoil and strife, that comes from only having known lies that were told unto them through the manipulative energies. The dark side of creation from Mother and of Father Earth themselves. So the owl looked and flew manically about, trying to foresee the future, that of which he already knew. For he knew from his experience up to this point that being alone brought forth the most wisdom and understanding of self. Also that connecting with the matter that he saw as a perception, being outside of himself, brought him the most joy, yet also the unpredictability and the most misery. He loved connecting with people, for he was their most predominantly experienced spirit animal. These experiences connecting with the people brought him much joy, though he also held his fair share of unwanted experiences under his belt. He loved keeping to himself and learning more about himself, though he felt the most expansive during the times he was connecting with others. He knew what he had to do. He knew he had to follow his happiness despite all of the mistreatment from others that very much so almost had destroyed him in the past. He sat in this knowing and felt terrified. He questioned himself. He allowed himself to feel everything, even though he didn't want to. For like the phoenix, he had rose from his own ashes of both outer and inner destruction many, many times. This repeated cycling of pain taught him that of which nothing else in the entirety of the universe could have. So with a brave face and an inner epiphany, coming into the realization of his own truths, he set out to connect with humanity. This courageous choice of following what truly made him happy not only saved humanity and the world as the gods had wished for, it saved the entire limitless universe. Thank you. A short story by Kimberly.